centers or the next locations in Tamil Nadu is very relevant for Desi Crew because we are already present. The market is moving towards us. So today, I think the government and the rest of the participants heard us, and the fellow panelists talked about Trichy, Madurai, Coimbatore. So I'm imagining a day we will be talking about Kollu, TN Palayam, and Vipuram very soon.
So I have three questions for you, sir. So with the work from home being the norms, how relevant the Tier 1 and Tier 2 locations?
So the question of working from home is not linked to a particular location because now it's a global phenomenon, right? You have companies who do not have any offices at all. It is about what you get out of the office environment or about your productivity and the client requirements. So we have an example where client says you have to be physically present with biometrics. So obviously they're not going to encourage work from home. We also have projects where we work with multiple places in different states where it's even not possible to get a work from office, right? It's going to be a mix of both for everybody, but the relevance for tier 2, tier 3 would be it is much more easy commute for the people who are working from tier 2, tier 3 locations than let's say a Bangalore or Chennai. So I would say and all of us know the benefit of working from office. So it is important for people to explore options to even have a hybrid model so that you don't lose the touch of the office. At the same time, you also have the benefit of doing remote work.
Okay. My next question is 70 hours, 70 working days week. Are these essential to bring the best from the India's workforce?
No, I think the quote was viraling or spreading in a different context because people are thinking about why is a CEO giving this kind of a memory, or he's a rich person, he's already a capitalist, so he can say if he wants he can work for 70 hours, but for us life is important, work life is important, etc. So my response to this, there are two things. In fact, Mr. Murthy himself quoted Mr. Kamath in one of the interviews, right? So somebody asked the same question to Mr. Kamath, who was heading ICICI Bank. What about think about work-life balance in India? So he said, what is their life in India? This I'm talking about 20 years back.
Okay.
When you are not having anything as a country, you want to work hard. There's only work. You reach a certain stage, that's why you're all working hard. So at that time, there cannot be a work-life balance, is his view. I partially subscribe to that. The life which we're talking about, whether leisure, breaking, is also going to be there always. Nobody's worked for 24/7 all the time, right? But to equate that with the number of hours or the office requirement is probably misrepresenting the whole part. What Mr. Murthy said was about how a nation should put the individuals in the front and not think about the convenience. See, he gave a very good example. During COVID, Government of India was able to run 3 shifts in building our new parliamentary building. That is how it was inaugurated on time. So his question is, in which I fully subscribe, as a nation, if you want to grow hard, then obviously somebody has to step in and put in that effort. Whether it's 70, 60, 90 is the next issue. But what they meant was you cannot compare Western economies where they're moving towards 4-day week, 3-day week, and then say being in India, I want the same thing. I think that's probably very misleading.
Okay, thank you, sir. Sir, next question is, what is DCCrew doing to be relevant in the worlds of generative AI, which is making a human labor redundant?
First point is GenAI is not going to make human labor redundant. It is going to make a lot of things easier, and especially from a business point of view, you don't have to really worry about the machines not able to deliver the promise because it is not going to learn from the past data. It is also going to learn on its own. So GenAI will enhance the service offering. I don't think it's going to eliminate people or jobs in a big way because to deploy GenAI at a large scale, it's still a humongous effort, and that effort would probably require a lot of human capital. So net, if you see, let's say next 10 years, if you take, because this, I believe we are still in the early stage of GenAI. If you look at the number of jobs created or the opportunities which GenAI has created for people versus what it really destroyed, right? Then I think the balance will be towards the generation because we all know from Desi Crew, even to make GenAI work, you still need a lot of training data sets and highly specialized data, original data, good quality data, which itself is going to spawn a lot of opportunities for people, right? It may not be a career for somebody, but it can even become a career, because then there is a sophistication involved in synthetic data versus actual data. Data itself can be a field which will open up. See, we all know about IT and BPO are the two words. And I heard from yesterday one of the participants telling me that he's looking at, this is from our Kollu, where he looked at the LinkedIn and found that data annotation is giving him 6 lakh per annum kind of a job opportunity, right? So from where that generation is growing, they wouldn't know really the difference. So IT is giving me this much, BPO is giving me this much, data analytics is giving me this much. So similarly, I think Gen AI also will come very soon. So it is about the opportunities. I think DCLIVE will do its best to ensure that opportunities around Gen AI are cultivated for our own people. And going forward, I see basically using Gen AI in some of our work, especially in HR. I think HR something can definitely do a lot of stuff which could utilize Gen AI, which will again further motivate our people to do and learn and grow there.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Thank
So
you.
much.
Sure.